Hi everyone, good morning. Today's message is for those of you who may have an ebook that you sell on your website, whether it's a blog or if you're more service-based, whatever you're at, or if you're thinking about creating an ebook and just selling the ebook on your website. I want to talk to you about why you need to get it into print. So hi, I'm Dr. Beth Brombos of Blogger to Author. I'm a #1 best-selling author. I've published 4 books now, and I'm just really passionate about helping bloggers and other content creators and making it easy for them to turn that content into a book. It's the fastest way to do it, and just to see all of the amazing things that book is going to do for them, all the amazing things that I know that my books have done for my business. So the first place I want to start out this discussion about getting books into print and really why your book needs to be into print, I want to do, I guess, a little bit of a thought exercise. And so I just want you to really think about the difference in how you view me if I say, hi, I'm Dr. Beth Brombos and I'm the author of Blogger to Author, Turn Your Content into a Book. You can get the ebook, the PDF download on my website. The difference between that and maybe me posting about it on Instagram or me posting a photo of me holding my book, or I do a lot of flat lays with my book on Instagram, for example. But the difference between saying, yeah, you can actually get the paperback version on Amazon, it's inexpensive, but really, there's this actual physical product that people can hold in their hands. And it just makes people look at you differently. And again, if you can think through even maybe some examples of bloggers who have ebooks versus bloggers who have books, like printed books, even if they're self-published, it's just a very different way that people look at you. And again, that selfie with you holding up an actual physical copy of your book, it makes people look at you in an entirely different light than if you just sell an ebook or if you have like a mock-up of the book, especially if it's particularly if it's a mock-up like in a tablet or an iPad or something like that. But it's even true if it's just a digital mock-up that makes it look 3D. Actually holding the book like in your hands, it's a very different experience and it makes people look at you differently. The other point I want to make sure that you think about is what your audience prefers to read. And yes, ebooks have been really big, but the pendulum is starting to swing back towards printed books, and ebook sales are going down a little bit. I don't think that the ebook is dead, like some people might say, but I do think that you need to have your book in both formats. If you don't believe me that people want print books, go ahead and ask your audience. Like, I've done this, I know, both in my group, but then also on Instagram stories. And I've said, hey, when you read books, do you prefer to read digitally and in print? And especially ask them about reading books in your niche. So if I guess a lot of people will read fiction on an e-reader, but when it comes to books that they're actually going to study, nonfiction books, most people want the book in their hands. They want to have that hard copy, whether it's paperback or hardcover. And I'll tell you, like, for example, my first book, Yoga for Runners, it's still my best-selling book out of all of my yoga books, and by far more people buy that in print versus the ebook, even though the ebook is less expensive. Same thing with my Blogger to Author book. People buy it by and large in print as opposed to on Kindle, and that's because they want to actually be able to look at it, maybe jot down some notes and highlight it. And so I think the vast majority of you who are watching this are going to be in the same boat. The same can absolutely be said for those of you who are food bloggers and you want to publish a cookbook. I know that there are a lot of you out there. Most people want to cook from an actual printed book. They don't want the cookbook on Kindle, for example, or they don't want to read it on their iPad. That's not to say that they won't, but given the choice, they will buy the print book more often. And often too, the print books have a little bit more margin, depending on how you price it. If you price it accordingly, and make it several dollars more expensive, which you can do because you're getting an actual physical product, you have the potential to make more money depending on how you are pricing that ebook. And this is particularly true on Amazon, where they do take a cut. It's of course different if you're selling it on your website. But again, my guess is that you're going to have more sales if you go with that printed book. And so I hope that when if for example, if you just think that your ebook is enough and it's fine, yeah, it's great. But I just want you to take a few minutes, if not thinking about it from off and on for a week or two, and really consider whether it would be a smart choice to get your book into print. I'll tell you, it's much easier and less expensive than you think to use a print-on-demand service to get it into print. It's very doable, and I just think that it's going to do more for you than just having that ebook that you sell, like I said, on your website. Even if you don't want to go into print, definitely at least get that ebook on Amazon, because you're going to get it in front of a lot more people. Okay, if you have any questions about getting your book into print, definitely let me know. If you are ready to get your book into print, or you're ready to start planning your book, next Tuesday I'm offering a small group workshop. It's a book planning workshop, and it's small group, so lots of time for one-on-one interaction, making sure that I get you the actual support and really advice that you need. So that's going to be great. It's a really low cost, just $30. You can learn more about that and learn everything you're going to get. There's a lot of goodies in there. Head to blogger-to-author.com/book-planning-workshop. So blogger-to-author.com/book-planning-workshop. It's the book planning workshop, so that should be hopefully easy to keep in your head. Okay, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later. Until next time, happy writing.